Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another gaming news update. But before we do that, there is a free game on Steam called Bomber Crew. This is free until the 2nd of June. All you need to do is just head over to the store page, click on add to account, and the game will be added to your library. Now, this game has been given away in the past. Early last year, Humble Bundle gave this game away. I made a video for it, so most of you should have it. Anyway, on to the news, and we have some interesting news stories. The Witcher 3 next gen version will be launching in Q4. So initially it was planned for Q2, which is now basically, and it got delayed because CD Projekt moved the development back in house. And now they're saying it's going to release in Q4, so end of this year. I don't know if it'll get delayed again, but they are planning end of this year. Now, personally, I don't see the point of doing this, but they seem to be, really focusing on this. So at the moment, I don't even know what this entails apart from maybe some improvements to graphics. So here, what they're saying is basically graphics will be improved, and there are a couple new DLCs inspired by the Netflix series. Yeah, but what else is there? Like, I don't see much point. It is a pretty good game as it is, and I don't really think it needed a remaster or next gen update as such. I guess it's more publicity for them with the show and maybe a chance to sell more copies. The people who own the game, they are going to get it for free anyway, so it's not like they're going to make more money from the existing player base. We'll get it for free. New people might buy it, but it seems maybe it has something to do with Cyberpunk not meeting expectations, and then they're going back to Witcher in order to make the DLC is inspired by the Netflix series. I don't know what it could be. It could be maybe a Henry Cavill look to Geralt, possibly, or um, what else can they have from Netflix? Maybe the armor he wears that could have like a separate DLC. But yeah, I don't see what else from Netflix they could add that could make the gameplay much more improved. But we'll see. They are saying they are going to go and release everything as a complete version with graphical improvements, ray tracing as well. So yeah, let's see. Next bit of news is that the game V Rising has passed 1 million players. So this is pretty good because this was a game that I mentioned, I think on Twitter. I don't know if I mentioned here, but you basically play as a vampire who has just recently awoken, and it has a lot of interesting elements. There's survival. It's an ARPG, a vampire ARPG, but it's also got PvP elements. It's got castle building elements, base building, you could say, crafting, stuff like that. Big map, lots to do, and it has done very, very well. Look at this. 91,000 people playing right now for a small ARPG game. 124 peak. These numbers, big multiplayer shooters don't get these numbers. And it's a very affordable game. I think I'll get this soon. I have been looking forward to this. I had just other things to do, so did not start this. But yeah, this looks like a perfect game to get into. And yeah, look at this. Very happy to see this game doing well. So yeah, this has crossed 1 million purchases, which is impressive. All right, on to the next news. We have Greedfall 2, The Dying World announced for 2024. So this was another older news. I'm just covering it now. So some of you may recall Greedfall 1 if you played it or if you heard, at least heard me talk about it, because when it came out a few years ago, I was really into it. I really liked it. It wasn't your normal style of action game. It was more character driven, more dialogue based uh, RPG with some interesting story elements. The combat wasn't great personally, but the world was good, the characters were good, the side quests were amazing. I would say up there with The Witcher. So it's getting a sequel right now from the base game. I think the story is what maybe made it stand out. It felt like it was a lot different to the traditional games that we are used to playing. A lot of people said this was like early BioWare games. And I did not play early BioWare games, so I can't make the comparison. But for me, it was fun, and it was probably the last game I know lived and completed with like within a week or so. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. They're also making another game called Steel Rising, which is coming out in September. So that is also another interesting game. Meanwhile, Greedfall is on sale right now if you are interested in checking this game out. And it is also on the Game Pass. So you can check it out there as well. Base game is 60% off, and Gold Edition is also 60% off, a tiny bit more. So yeah, thought I'll mention this because yeah, I'm looking forward to this. 2024 is some 2 years away now, so we'll see. And of course, it could get delayed and stuff. Another interesting news is PlayStation says half of its releases will be on PC and mobile by 2025. So yeah, PlayStation, as you know, has recently been porting some of its games to PC, and they have met with some good success. So if you see the numbers here, this is the gray stuff is PS4, and the light blue stuff is PC. This is 2019. 2022, the expected is this dark blue is PS5. This one is a mix of PS4 and PS5s. I don't know what that means. Why are they counting them together? And then we have PC and mobile in green. By 2025, they're expecting like, well, a little more than half for PlayStation 5 and then almost half for PC and mobile. And they are planning on adding a bunch of games, live service games. You can see here 12 live service games that are in development. So PlayStation has also realized that they want more money and they want live service games. You know, stuff like Apex, PUBG, you know, games with battle passes and loot boxes and cosmetic items, punch. That's why they bought Bungie and Destiny 2's publisher, developer, I guess. So yeah, and they're porting their games to mobile as well. They're looking into that. And they also had some data. Yeah, here, this is the data for the PC releases. So Horizon Zero Dawn released on the 7th of August 2020. Even I pre-ordered it, and it was pretty bad. The port was very bad at launch. Revenue is 60 million for Horizon Zero Dawn. I assume this is only for the PC because it should be a lot higher combined. Days Gone. So this one was interesting. 852K, almost again a million, and the revenue is 22 million, which isn't bad to be fair. And then God of War released only in January of this year, and the sales have already gone 26 million. So yeah, and 971, so almost at 1 million already in less than 6 months. So yeah, God of War is doing really well. And they're also going to bring some of its iconic IPs to mobile. So yeah, we'll see how this transition to mobile does for them. All right, before I go, the final bit of news is Sniper Elite 5 will be available or is already available on Game Pass today. So it is right now. I am pre-downloading it. It should be available in a few hours, but in some regions it's I think already available. 86 GB download. So it is a big hefty download. But if you have the Game Pass, you can download it, check it out. It's a lot of simple fun. I personally haven't played any of the recent Sniper Elite games. I played the first one back in 2006 or 7 or something like that when it came out. And I liked it. But they've had three others, 2, 3, 4, and then they remastered 2 as well. This is 5. And I saw some gameplay and it looks interesting. It reminds me of the early Hitman games. Like a bit improbable, a bit silly, but it's sort of games where we started off playing stealthy and then at the end we're just shooting everything. So I'll check this out. I mean, I'm already downloading, so hopefully I'll have a look. And yeah, it is on the Game Pass. So if you have a Game Pass, get it. If you don't have a Game Pass, you can take it out for a month for $1 and just play this game. It's like a full AAA game, well, almost AAA, and it is out right now. So yeah, that's it for the news. Thank you for watching. See you next time.